Hey, and welcome back. And today I want to apologise because I didn't upload anything last week. And the reason for that is that I was on half-term holiday. I did shoot some stuff that I'm going to upload this weekend while I was on a holiday, and hope that that's valuable and useful for everyone. But I just didn't have the ability to edit video and upload where I was staying. I'd flown over to Bangkok and I'd met my dad who'd come across from the UK there. And we had a great time. We went to the gym and we chilled out and we ate some food and we watched some Netflix and we relaxed a lot. But one of the key things that we did while we were there was we went for pretty comprehensive medical checkups. We went to a hospital called Samitave, which is on the main touristy street that everyone knows and stays in Bangkok, which is Sukhumvit. This medical testing, I don't know how available it is elsewhere in the world. I can certainly get medical checks done here at my own expense. I have medical insurance with my company, but like most schools, they don't really pay for preventative maintenance type checkups. It always tends to be accident, emergency, or when a problem gets discovered. The insurance is pretty good. I mean, certainly my school was fantastic when I needed to have a radical hysterectomy last year. They were tremendously supportive and you know, everything was covered for me. So, you know, these jobs are very secure and very safe, and the packages are good if you have a problem. But I really think more needs to be done in preventative medicine. And I think certainly everybody my age, you know, as I approach 50, or my dad's age as he's approaching his mid-70s, should be doing regular health checkups. You know, getting your CBC, your blood counts, getting your heart checked, your liver, your kidneys, get either prostate or mammograms, you know, colonoscopies, everything that you need to be getting checked out to make sure that a problem's not developing. It's so easy to fix a problem when it's found early. My mum certainly had breast cancer discovered through a routine medical check a long time ago. I'm actually not certain how long. I mean, less than 20 years, but not much. And she had a tiny lump removed that would have been too small to be detected by most doctors, and no symptoms, and she wouldn't have been able to feel it. But a comprehensive medical checkup that was part of my dad's package on working on like a business man's package in Bangkok, picked up on this problem. She had it removed and she had symptomless freedom and a, you know, a full and active life for close to 20 years. It was a few years ago, maybe 3 years ago, that it was detected that there might have been a spread or a recurrence of that. But in the meantime, there were no problems. She could have died 15 years ago, and she had all that extra time of health, and we had that time with her. And I could not recommend to you highly enough that just staying on top of these things is vastly preferable. I mean, I know people say, I don't want to know, I'd rather just go. But I don't know, I mean, I can't speak for you. I don't know your mind, but I do know in my mind that if I can have an outpatient operation that involves just removing a little bit of tissue from one of my breasts and then live decades symptom-free, versus dying slowly without knowing kind of why, but then finding out it's too late and having to suffer chemotherapy and go through the torture that is a slow death through cancer, I absolutely would rather know, and I'd rather fix it early. And I urge you to reconsider. At least if you find out information, you can then be in control of how you deal with it and how you want to approach that. So we went off to Samita Bay, and they do this amazing package there. They're really up on medical tourism, so you can come in for the day having fasted for 8 hours, and they'll do your bloods straight away. And then there's various different packages that you can look at. I'm sure all of the hospitals do similar things, so as usual, don't just take my advice and consider going to the same place to do the same thing. Have a look online to see what's available in your country. But they've got the setups really, really good there. They ferry you around to various specialists, to various rooms. You can get your electrocardiogram, you get your liver scans, you get your mammogram, your prostate tests. Everything is really smooth and efficient, and they move you from one to another. Sometimes you sort of look at the results immediately and you speak to the specialist, but then there's also a doctor that you see towards the end of the day who goes through all the test results for you. And this was the bit I was probably the most surprised about, to be honest, because I was expecting the recommendation to be all about take these drugs, take these tablets, and the recommendations were so sensible. You know, they're all about how much exercise you need to be doing, what food you need to avoid, how you modify your life to become healthier. I mean, I guess it's a different story if a big problem gets uncovered, but we were very lucky, me and my dad, that there were no serious problems uncovered other than, surprise, surprise, we've got to watch our weight, get that down, eat healthier, get more exercise, and that will control blood sugar, control fatty liver, control anything else that, you know, control diabetes, control whatever else that's kind of contingent on the unhealthy lifestyle in the first place. So, yeah, as part of my holiday, we had a lovely day in hospital, getting prodded and poked and checked out and scanned. And I could not recommend it highly enough for the peace of mind it brings, for the renewed determination it gives you to take more control of your health. You know, me and my dad have sat down and we've come up with a number of goals that we want to make together that include weight loss goals, but include exercise and dietary, well, restrictions, but dietary changes, I suppose. We're going to meet again in 2 months and compare where we've got to. Fortunately, neither of us had anything huge that we need to address, so we're very pleased about that. But at least now we've got the motivation, the desire to take control of our lives a little bit better, and hopefully this vlog will continue to encourage me to do the same thing as well. So I urge you, go and get checked out, go and get a checkup, make this a yearly thing, take control, because if you do have a problem, fixing it is a lot easier when it's just starting to show up on your radar than it is when things have advanced and deteriorated and you might be looking at more major surgery or more difficult treatments like chemo and so on. So go and get checked up, and fingers crossed that you're healthy and well and that it's good news. Peace.